Taurus, good morning. How you doing, guys? Oh, look, there's a couple of cards in this deck. How you doing, Taurus? So very quickly, while I just put those over there, the reading that I'm doing is that I believe that we are physically all in hell at the moment. We're on the crossover in order to pretty much go between the bridge between dark and light. 9-year cycle, feeling that we're in purgatory, constantly going through the same thing, finding our way out of cycles to go into new ones or the same ones with the same people, feeling insane, or Shane, or Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Casano. Okay, so I believe that we're already in hell and that we're pretty much going through these loops where we can just experience the same thing with the new person or the old person. But yeah, so what we do is pretty much do your hell loop reading and see what advice Spirit has got for you to make you aware of what is coming up this week. So Taurus, don't forget you can watch this as a Taurus, a Sagittarius, or a Life Path 5. Okay, so let's see, because numerology, because the cards of two major arcana cards is Sag and Taurus. So you can watch Sagittarius readings as well and see if they relate. Don't forget also, if you are a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, it's not one reading per star energy. You can watch all of those readings and relate the readings to the good and the bad. The good things that are coming up in your life and the bad things that are presenting themselves. They could be different people, but all of your readings can say, if this was a really good reading and you got Taurus, but then you also got another placement, you can watch that and think, oh, okay, well, that's the good bit that's kind of happening. And then the Taurus reading is probably the bad bit that's kind of going on, right? So watch all of them. And then relate all stories to like what's going on in my life at the moment. So Taurus's hell loop reading. Taurus's hell loop reading. Show me what is coming up for them that you want them to be aware of this week for Taurus. So you got the Queen of Swords asking a hell of a lot of questions. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it's on a first come, first serve basis. Like first base, you might be going at first base with someone, which just means that you're just getting to know a person. Could be an air sign, and I'm just getting to know you, but I need to ask you certain questions first, and we need to get each other, we need to get to know each other first before I can let you into my life, okay? If there's an X energy here, it's protecting myself from the person because I don't really want them asking me any questions here. Because the Queen of Swords can be a Spanish Inquisition. She can get right down to the nitty-gritty and the truth. If you want the truth and you keep asking, I will tell you, okay? Let's see, Taurus, what have they got coming up for their hell loop reading? So you got a new person for some of you that is on your mind, okay? Yeah, some of you could be a mother, okay, and you've got kids and your children are on your mind constantly here. Could be Elvis Presley, you are always on my mind. But like I said, for a lot of you, if you've been going through hell with a person and it's not worked out, then a new person is here in order to say, I'm focusing more on a new person than I am an old person. Because the Queen of Swords could have cut someone out of their life, and now they're free, they're single, and they're available in order to build up a connection with someone that cares more for them than an old connection may not have done, okay? So I'm free and single and available, and possibly talking to someone when they reach out and they ask me questions, okay? And then we have a bit of time with one another, okay? But I'm definitely keep picking up a mother energy here, like mother and child energy. Let's see. Taurus's hell loop reading, please. Show me what Taurus's hell loop reading is looking like. So it's a karmic hell loop, really, Taurus, if you guys are confused of why. It's just that I really do believe that we constantly go through these cycles and we work our way to heaven. But because heaven is where we already are, but where are we? Anyway, Taurus. So you got lovers, you got Gemini energy or Cappy energy. So some of you are possibly making a decision, well, I don't know. I mean, do people really decide if they want to, well, I suppose decide if I want to be in a relationship or not. I could be talking to someone. If I say not, you say it could be a number 3, Pisces, swinging on a tree, 1, 2, 3. But like, do I want to be in a relationship or don't I? Okay, I know that I'm kind of getting to know someone more on a personal level. Jen, Julian, Justin, general level. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. But I'm kind of getting to know someone on a more of a general level, and I'm kind of like, just kind of like in between, sort of like thinking, am I single? Am I just friends? Like, you know, all that kind of stuff. This is more of a, how can we be lovers if we can't be friends, and how can we be friends if we can't be lovers? So there may be an old person there, okay, that's kind of saying, look, you know, we can be friends, but we can't be lovers. Or there might be a new person here saying that we can be friends but we can't be lovers, but the lovers card is here. So it means that there is possible potential in the future, but first I need to make sure that I'm allowing someone into my life first to make sure that I trust them. Okay, so to trust you, to allow you into my life. Okay, because your main leading card here is the Queen of Swords. That has to be the one that decides to put her guards down. Okay, to not be so guarded, to trust someone, to let them in. Okay, to be vulnerable with. Okay, so do I trust you enough to be vulnerable with? Taurus's Hell Loop reading this week, please. So you got 2 of Wands again. I got a feeling this is going to be a very tricky one. So you've definitely got single people here. That's 100% is single. So I think a lot of you, like I said, you're either single because you've just broke up, okay, and you are now single, or you've been single for a while and you've got your eye on someone, but you may not have reached out to them here. Because you would need to talk, you would need to talk. So it means that there is a possibility here, but it can be more of a like, well, I'm really just like, I know that I've got someone that I could, but I'm really just, I don't know, and I'm just a mum, and that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm focusing more on that. But I'm single, a bachelor, all day long single. Okay, so do I want to remain just a mum, and I'm really not interested in a relationship? Or do I know of a person that I could talk to, that would care and provide for me and my children? Are they a good provider and a carer for my kids? And if they are, I might talk to them now and again. Okay, because it would be love and lust. It would be that I could learn to love you, but in order to learn to love you, I need to get to know you first before I can actually say like a yes or a no. So I really don't know yet. Okay, but definitely 100% single people here. Okay, so I'm picking this more up of a, I'm out of circumstances, I am now free and available, and I'm more of a bachelor, or like I said, it could be this person that you're interested in, depending on which aspect that you're watching it from. But I say that you're watching, I know of someone that's a bachelor, I know that I could end up building up a connection with them if I wanted to, but I do need to talk to you about certain things. Okay, 2s can also mean distance, okay, that there is a distance between people. And if you're presently just got out of something, Elvis Presley, but if you've just got out of something, this just means that you're just looking after your health. And that's what really more what I'm concerned about, is making sure that my own well-being is looked after. Okay. Or my child is looked after. I'm also hearing that. I need to make sure that my kids are looked after first. So I may not have time for a relationship. Maynard or Mayna. But like, I need to make sure that my children are okay first before I even think about anything else here. Let's see. Taurus, what's Taurus got coming up, please, for their Hell Loop reading? So 10 of Wands, just working. 6 of Cups, it's either family or relationship that is here. You do have 2 6s. Okay. It can be a seeking of attention, if you like. 6 is always like a Capricorn, Gemini sort of energy, right? You got 3 here. And it can be like, because if you look at Lucifer, he wanted to be the only one. Okay, I need to make sure that you and I are the only one that you're speaking to, because Lucifer wanted attention. Okay, so if he wanted it, he would go and get it. Okay, so like 6 is Jeff or Def or Steph, but definitely here like providing. Okay, like a provider, a homey person. Okay, more of a loner. Some of you might be looking for a bank loan. I'm hearing banker or bank loan. Okay. Because this can be a bank loan here. Like I need to go and see here in order to get a loan. But or I don't want to be alone, and I know that I can go to this person when I feel alone here. Let's see. That can also be work though. When I'm feeling alone, I just concentrate on work. Try not to think too much about love. Taurus, what's Taurus's Hell Loop look like this week, please? For advice, there you go. So you got Libra in reverse here. I didn't know that one was actually in reverse in this deck. So that means divorce, separation. Okay, can also mean work. Can mean an unfair advantage, because you do have a lot of 2 energies here. But normally when this is in reverse, this is trying to pick up extra hours at work, or it's needing to go to court. Okay, so it means a married person with children. So needing to go to court. Family kind of things kind of going on also here. Let's see, Taurus. What's Taurus got coming up, please, for their Hell Loop reading? So you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is going very slow, and then the ending of Scorpio. What can I do to help you out here? I don't think I really do need to do anything to help you out here, Scorpio. I think you're... Scorpio? I'm hearing Scorpio. Taurus. Well, it could be a Scorpio that's making a decision here. I don't need much help. I'm quite capable of doing it myself here. Because it can also be I don't need your opinion as well. Because I'm also hearing I don't need your opinion. I know what I'm doing. Because Libra could be a persuading energy, like a yes or a no. Okay, and it might be at work, like I don't need your input because I know what I'm doing. It's kind of, no you don't, yes you do, no you don't, yes you do, no I know what I'm doing. Like, are you sure you're making the right, are you sure you're not going to make a mistake? Could be a family member. Are you sure that you're going to, you want to end this? Are you sure that you're making a mistake? You'll make a mistake if you end this. It could be someone that's trying to persuade someone to end or not to end something. But I'm definitely hearing not to be or not to be for help. Oh, God. Ha ha. So that might be here. Well, I'm also hearing Steve Vai. So Steve or Violet. But to be or not to be is kind of like this energy of marriage is also what I'm picking up here. Is this to be or is it not to be? Not yet. It's kind of like the timing isn't right yet. If you see what I mean. Probably not. Let's see. Taurus. What's Taurus got coming up for the Hell Loop reading, please? Any advice that you got for Taurus for their week? So you got Four of Cups, you see. You got two energies of four. And then you got the High Priestess. So you got good energy and bad energy, okay? So if you watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and you possibly follow me in numerology, meaning that you can watch like Sag reading, if any of these readings are kind of relating, then you just take the good and then the bad out, okay? Which means if any of these energies are coming up as bad, you take the bad out and you replace them with the good of the other reading, okay? That's the whole point of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and also your life path, right? So what you got is two fours. Now, you could have two people, two placements, like myself, two Scorpio, okay, but, or three Scorpio, but, like, it could be Scorpio, Aries, or Scorpio, or Aries, or mixture of chart. You got Pisces here, like Scorpio, Pisces energy, okay, past, present, or future, because you got past energy and also future energy. So, how do I work this out for you guys? If you are... Like, because numerology and placements of star signs are so vast, okay, that X's and future people can have the same placements of X's, okay? Because the chances of that happening is very, very, very highly that you walk into a circumstance of a person with the same sort of placement, right? So, like I said, what you've got is you've got unfair energy and divorcing kind of energy, and then you've got more of a relaxed energy of someone that's possible, which is Gemini, two placements of, or three placements of Gemini, the Empress here, right? Any of you got a load of loads of places all in one's chart here? I have four stelliums, right? Four, three Gemini, three Scorpio, three Aries, and three Virgo. That's a bunched up mix of shit. But, yeah, you can, I mean, like I said, you can look for those if any of you guys have got those as well that you don't know of. Because I am picking up on single Pringle all day long. Single, right? 100%. But I'm also picking up endings as well as single. So, in your Hell Loop, what I'm seeing is that maybe the new and the person that you're kind of getting to know are both going through endings. Okay, and some of them could be getting divorced and they're kind of going through endings and stuff like that. Kind of like wrapping up situations of the past, trying to decide whether to reconcile or not reconcile, or at least just trying to work something out, okay? That's with the past energy, because you do have like four energy twice, because it's kind of like I'm not looking for reconciliation, and what I'm looking for is an ending, right, here. But then what you've got is an energy of a new beginning, because you've got new energies here of possibilities that are here for you, meaning, well, it depends if you know the person or not. If you're watching, you kind of think, oh, well, I kind of know a new person. I'm kind of like, okay. Depending on what they say, because you both have to be in an agreement for any kind of connection. You've both got to agree upon it. It's no good having one having a connection and the other one not. Because that's when you get these, and then I'm afraid not, you know. I'm afraid not, blah, blah, blah. The answer is no. But I'm afraid so because I'm not in anything, and yes, right? So, do you get me, or am I fucking lost you here, Taurus? This is why you will get very sporadic readings of positive cards and negative cards, because they're relating to your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and new and old people, right? Very important to understand that if you really want to follow what it is. So you got esoteric, spiritual tarot card reader, someone that does it for a living, working on a project with someone, or looking to work on a project with someone. But this person normally this is always my tarot card reader thing. Now, it can be like I do it personally, or I just like doing it as a hobby. But this person could also earn money doing it because they do it for a living here. Okay, because it's like merchandise, buying, selling, blah, 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 personal readings, all that sort of stuff here, right? But it might not be going as according to plan because you do have like justice in reverse. Because it can mean I'm trying to stop you from doing that. Where's that coming from? Sorry, I'm just kind of hearing different kind of stuff here. So like I said, your only loop here is the fact that there really isn't much to contend with at the moment with the only amount of cards that I can give you, Taurus. All I'm hearing is that there are definitely people that are single here, 100%. And the people that are like single, they're kind of going through separation of relationship or divorce. It's either way. But like if one is going through separation of divorce, the other one that you meet normally is when, unless you're eating loads of meat, but unless you're coming from the Virgo reading, there was a lot of meat in Virgo reading. But like, how can I put it? As you end things, normally the people that you meet are either been single for fucking ever, or they've just got out of something, or just getting out of something. Okay. Each way, it's always feasible. Okay. You meet someone new, they've either just left someone, or just about to leave someone, or they've been single for fucking ages. Right. But the devil you know is the person that you do actually know, right? So if you know of a person that is just been separated and divorced, you know the person. If you know a person that is single, okay, and they are just getting out of or just got out of a situation that is separation, okay, then they're single. So it's kind of like you're both coming up in this energy as single, but dealing with stuff, okay? And I got things on my mind, and I'm still dealing with like a past partner that we had children with. Libra energy here with this is with child. This could be the Libra, Gemini, Aquarian energy. And we're separated, we have children, and that's kind of what we're trying to go through. And we're trying to do it amicably, hopefully, okay? And that's the ending. But then there's an offer, which comes in of another 4 towards the High Priestess to work on a relationship with this person. You see? So throughout your loop, what I'm picking up is that you guys have possibly understood something, and so has the other person. That it seems to be absolutely pointless going from beginning to end, and from end to beginning, where it's inevitable that it's ending. So there is one here. So that's what you're all kind of going through. Old, present, past, present, or new. Okay, future. So what I'm picking up is now, because people are now thinking, okay, no, I'm just more considered about my health and me, kind of going through what you go through. I go through what I go through. We go through separate lives. And by the time all of that is wrapped up, we now have free time in order to be able to talk, discuss, and plan. This is a Trojan horse. It's making plans. It's trying to make moves. But it's still stuck. Okay. But it's also like, I'm trying to think, do I want to go steady with someone? Okay. Going steady is normally when you're courting someone in the UK, is what we say here. Okay, I'm courting someone. It just means that I'm basically seeing a person. Okay, so that means courting, going out, blah, blah, blah. Do you want a coffee? You know, that sort of stuff, right? Courting, first base. Then that normally goes into like relationship. Well, dating, relationship. Yeah, and I think that is your story so far. I can't really drag it out any longer because I've done like 20 minutes. I really do think that is your story. People getting out of divorces, trying to work it out amicably as the best that they can, involving the children. It's best to do it as quick as possible, blah, blah, blah. That leaves everybody open to be able to do what they want, okay? When everybody is free from this energy of a hell loop, that leaves people free spiritually, physically, and mentally and minded in order to be able to think, right, Now I've got time. Now I can think. Now I'm single. I know I'm single. I don't have to deal with anyone. And now I can actually concentrate on my health and vibration to make me feel better. When I do that, I raise awareness to the fact that I'm giving signs that I'm actually single, looking for someone. And when I do, because I'm looking for it, I might meet you. Okay? So, bam, there you go. New person possibly here already or someone in the future. And because of that, the person that you meet is more than likely still going through an ending in their life in order to find an offer to a new person. That happens to be the Empress, which is like a Piscean possible Scorpio. I can now make an offer where we can actually start working together instead of against one another. Or a new person. Would you like to work on a project? Would you like to work on a relationship? Would you like to talk? I'm not really seeing the signs of it being a relationship, but I am seeing it as progressing. Like something that is there that can progress if you both wanted it to. And it can progress later on in the future. I just don't think it's definitely like this week or two. Okay. But it's like work in progress, if you like. Like I'm putting seeds into someone and I'm putting work and effort into a person that I want to put work and effort into. Now, if any of you guys are not putting that time and effort into a person, one of these or both of you are definitely putting time and effort into work. That's for sure. Okay, if I apply myself more efficiently to work, okay, I'll raise my vibration because I'm more concerned about my finances, or I'm just happy-go-lucky doing what I'm doing, concentrating on my work. When I'm doing that, I'm really not thinking that much of a relationship, and then people seem to start thinking about me. Okay, so what are you doing? Working? What are you doing? Oh, right? So you've kind of got this of a new person, but I definitely keep picking up as you're both ending something. Okay, so like I said, watch a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or a life path number and see how those readings are relating to people that are going through endings, what their ending looks like in that reading, how bad that is for you or the other person, and how they're coping through that, okay? And then come back to this one and think, oh, okay, this one seems a bit positive because it's got a paradox number of the mixed up number that I'm mixed up with a new person. Okay, that's where you'll find out where they are. Okay, if you get me. So anyway, if you would like to support me financially, because it really does help, give it a like, share, comment, subscription, all that sort of stuff. Hit the bell, hit the show all, because that really does help out Taurus. Please make sure you do that. Please don't skip the like button, okay? And then if you want to come over to Patreon and continue, what I'm going to do is we're going to do you 3 cards here to say what to be aware of in your environment that could be coming up. They can be good and bad messages, okay, a mixture of both, or really bad or really good, but there's loads of different messages in here, okay. That's going to be what to be aware of in your environment of things that could be happening within your hell loop this week, okay, stress that you could be under and things to be aware of. Then I'm going to draw you 3 or 4 cards down here of the Rider-Waite to say what is your outcome going to look like at the end of the week, whether it be new or old. And then I'll put them up here, and then once I've finished clarifying all of these cards to give you the, because this is nowhere near kind of like, this is something kind of coming up here for you. So these are going to be clarified in a completely different way. That's going to show you the upside to it, okay, clarify them all. And then we take the 3 cards of your ending and your outcome, and then once these are cleared away, we look into that reading to tell you about how that's progressing and what's happening there, okay, as a different reading. So that's what you get on the silver or the gold tier. That is provided below over on Patreon. Thanks very much, Taurus. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.